Welcome to the Fit Chicks and Hormones podcast, where we focus on all things midlife, hormones, and how to finally feel good in your body again. I'm Angie, a fellow midlife survivor, here to help you stop guessing and finally get results with hormone smart habits that actually work. Let's get started. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Fit Chicks and Hormones podcast. I'm Angie Roan, your host, and today I want to talk to you about something that I try and teach over and over in my coaching program, because when you actually stop and listen and pay attention, you can learn so much about your body, about what's going on, and make some amazing progress. And what I'm talking about is being body aware or body awareness, whatever you want to call it. So when I say body awareness, I'm not talking about looking in the mirror and judging what you see. I'm talking about tuning into the signals that your body is constantly sending you. Your body is constantly communicating with you. It is giving you signals. It is telling you all day long what it actually needs. But so many of us have forgotten to stop and listen. And I get it. We as women, we are on the go all the time. We are doing all the things. We do just because it needs to be done. We don't have time to stop and pay attention. So we eat because we know it's time to eat. We work out because we know it's good for us. We sleep because we know our bodies need it. We do these things on autopilot. But here's the thing. In our 20s and 30s, we could power through and do all the things and ignore these signals, and our bodies would be fine. They would bounce back. We wouldn't gain 10 pounds, right? But in perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, our bodies are asking us to do something different, to slow down, to pay attention, and actually start working with it instead of forcing everything. Even though you don't want this to happen, the rules have changed. And the only way to move through this journey successfully is to start listening to what your body is telling you right now. So during this transition, your body is speaking a different language. So maybe you're noticing that foods that you eat now that never bothered you are suddenly causing more bloating or brain fog. Maybe the workouts that you used to do make you feel exhausted now, or your energy patterns are different. What used to do before just makes you feel more tired. This is why being body aware is very important. You're getting to know a different version of yourself. And the only way to do that is to stop and pay attention, okay? Think of it like this. If you move to a different climate, you would adjust the clothes that you wear, right? So in perimenopause, menopause, and postmenopause, it's like you're moving into a different climate. Your body needs to adjust the approach that you're taking. Okay, so just to share a personal example of mine, the past month, I wasn't really, there was a lot going on, a lot of things outside of my control that were happening, and I wasn't really feeling stressed about it. Like, I wasn't feeling anxious and overwhelmed, but I was noticing that I was, because when I feel stressed, I'm like this. I hold it in my body, and I'm like, ah. And maybe, of course, once or twice throughout the last couple of weeks, I've felt that a little bit. But for the most part, I was like, I feel like I'm doing okay. But I was tired all the time. I was not sleeping. I was not motivated. I didn't want to do anything that I normally enjoyed. And when I went and tested my cortisol, this was a plan anyway, it was actually super low, which can be a sign that your body is dealing with chronic stress for a long time, which was why I was feeling exhausted. I was barely able to keep my head above water. My body was telling me something important, but it didn't look like it on the outside because I was still doing all the things, right? And it wasn't really feeling like I thought stress should feel, but these tests kind of confirmed that there was something else going on. So what I want you to do is to be more body aware. And here are 3 areas that I think are the most important for you to focus on, especially right now. So the first one is exercise awareness, okay? So your exercise awareness needs to shift from external metrics like how many reps can I do? How intense can I go? To internal awareness. Now, I'm not saying don't track your reps. Don't try to work out hard, but you need to stop and think about, before you head into that workout, ask yourself, how's my energy today? How am I feeling? Am I just going through the emotions and working out, or am I energized and I have the motivation and I really want to do this? Okay? You have to pay attention to that before. While you're working out, notice where you feel the work happening. So when you're doing squats, are you feeling them in your glutes, or are you feeling them in your lower back? Maybe you're not stopping paying attention to and practicing good form, right? If you're not sure where you should be feeling things, maybe make sure and ask. When you are doing more cardio-based, maybe some HIIT workouts, right? Can you maintain a conversation? Are you able to talk, or are you gasping for air? If you can't breathe easily and have a conversation, maybe you're pushing your body into too much of a stress response rather than focusing on getting stronger and building endurance. And then after the workout, this is where you really need to pay attention. How do you feel immediately after that workout? How do you feel an hour later, the next day? If you are constantly drained or exhausted for days after your workout, your body is telling you to do something different. This happens to me. We just, in the past couple of months, we were doing a lot of HIIT workouts. So more cardio-based workouts, but we had a good amount of time of work and then longer periods of rest. But I was finding that I was literally tanked. I got home and I had to take a nap. I was brain foggy the next day. I didn't have energy. I was having a hard time waking up. So that meant that my body was not loving those workouts, right? It wasn't because I didn't love them, because actually I did enjoy them. I really did. But my body was not enjoying it. It was not serving my body for what it needed at that time. Probably because there was a lot of stress going on too, which was not the thing I wanted to add. So what I did is I switched it up to more weight training HIIT workouts. So it was more muscular endurance versus cardio endurance. And actually, I've enjoyed them and I feel better. I'm not feeling that. I'm not getting that tanked energy, that doesn't make sense. That tanked feeling and that exhaustion that I was getting from before. So until I can get my cortisol levels up and I'm feeling like I'm in a better place, probably won't be going back to those for a while. And that's okay. It's about paying attention and changing the approach. It's not about not doing anything. It's just doing something different, which I'll talk about in a minute. So if your energy is low, do something different. So if you're going into it, you're supposed to be doing a really intense, heavy weight training workout. I've done this with the girls I work out with too. I'm like, you know what? Not feeling it today. Just not feeling it. And I know that if I go into this, I'm probably not going to do good. I'm going to be mad at myself and I'm going to hurt myself. So we change it up. We switch it up. So maybe you need to do something a little bit more gentle, like just going for a walk. That's movement. It's all about moving your body at this point. It's not about pushing yourself to get results, because that needs to get out of your head. Maybe you just need to stretch or do some mobility work, or maybe it's some restorative yoga, or maybe even it's some stretching yoga. Okay, if you're not into like restoring, like I cannot sit and do yoga, but if it's more stretching and movement, I could probably do that. If you're working out and you're feeling things in the wrong places, slow down and focus on good form. Pay attention to where you should be feeling it. And if you're constantly exhausted after your workouts, you need to reduce the intensity. Add more rest days, or switch to strength training instead of cardio, or yoga instead of strength training on that day. Whatever it is. Listen to your body, because when you push through, you're only causing more harm than good. Start rating your energy from 1 to 10 before your workouts. And you might discover that on low energy days, doing something a little bit different is going to get you better results. Okay? So that's the first thing. Let's talking about the exercise, the movement. And again, I'm going to reiterate this again. It's not about doing nothing. It's about doing something different that serves your body in a better way. Okay? Next, food awareness, right? Okay, so in these menopausal years, your digestive system and your blood sugar regulation, they're shifting. They're different. They're not like they were in your 20s. And foods that never bothered you might be causing some issues right now, right? So you need to become a detective of your body's responses. Slow down, pay attention, and listen. First of all, when you go to eat, slow down. I'm not always great at this. I'm always gobbling my food because I gotta get to the next thing. Or I'm at the studio and I gotta gobble my food because I have clients coming or a class coming or whatever it is. You gotta sit and slow down. I've been really trying to practice this a lot more. Or we're on our phone and we're gobbling our food and then we don't even realize we ate, right? So, first of all, stop. Just take some nice deep breaths, put your phone away. Don't be doing all the things and just eat your food. Chew it. But here's what I want you to pay attention to. 30 minutes after you're eating, do you feel energized? Or do you feel sluggish? Do you have bloating or heartburn? Do you feel like clear-headed and focused, or are you really foggy? Do you feel satiated? Like, I ate my food, I'm full, I don't need to eat for another 3-4 hours. Or as soon as you eat, are you in the pantry? Oh, what else can I eat? Or what else can I eat? My husband is horrible at this. And for him, it's become a habit. Or probably because he's not paying attention when he's eating. And he just loves when I use him as examples. Anyway, slow down, chew your food, eat your food. And how are you feeling afterwards? Do you feel like you need more? Maybe you didn't need enough of that. Maybe you needed more protein. Maybe you need more fats. Maybe you need more carbs. Something to pay attention to. And then 2 to 3 hours later, do you still have good energy? Or did you crash? Maybe you had too many carbohydrates not balanced with your protein, and so you're noticing an energy crash, or you're craving sugar, or you're craving more carbs, okay? Pay attention to those things, and then go back and look to see how you can make adjustments in your meal. And how'd you sleep that night? How's your energy when you wake up? Yes, your food and what you put in your body is going to affect your ability to get good sleep, okay? So pay attention. What can you do differently? Well, if you're crashing 30 minutes after you eat, like I mentioned, maybe you need more protein, maybe you need more healthy fats to that meal, because fats will help give you energy. So will protein. Carbohydrates are going to give you energy for about this long, and then you're going to tank. So you have to have the protein, and then you can have those carbohydrates. And when I talk about carbohydrates like that, I'm meaning like bread, pasta, rice, things like that. If you're hungry in 2 hours after you eat, again, maybe you need more protein. Maybe it's more vegetables. You would not believe how many women that I work with that are not eating vegetables. It's like dealing with a 3-year-old sometimes. You need vegetables. Your body needs fiber. You need to detox all the junk in your body by eating the vegetables, and they fill you up, right? I could eat a ton. You're not going to overeat vegetables, but you're going to feel satiated and full. If you're getting brain fog after you eat, make sure to look and see what you're eating. Try eliminating common triggers. Inflammatory foods, like I talk about all the time, like gluten, dairy, sugar, or processed foods. If certain foods affect your sleep, maybe try avoiding them after 3 p.m. or eliminate them entirely. A couple examples here. Brussels sprouts don't agree with me that much anymore. I love them, but if I eat them at dinner, I'm going to be so gassy all night long, even if I take an enzyme. So I don't do that, because if I'm up with bloating and gas all night, I'm not sleeping good, right? Maybe you're having caffeine in the afternoon and that's affecting your sleep. Pay attention. Maybe you need to cut that caffeine closer to around noon and nothing later. Pay attention. Maybe you're waking up in the middle of the night and hungry. That's a blood sugar issue. Did you not have enough protein and fibrous carbs and starchy carbs at your last meal? Pay attention. Things you want to watch for: brain fog, energy crashes, bloating, gas, changes to your sleep, your mood. If those things are off, you got to go back and pay attention to what is throwing them off, okay? And then the last thing I want to talk about is stress. Because stress, You know why. Like, these are the top 3 things that I focus on with my clients, because if these 3 things aren't on point, they're not going to feel good in their body. So we have to make sure that that is happening. So, chronic stress during this time of your life, early 40s up to your 60s. It could even go higher or lower. Sometimes it doesn't feel like stress. I talked about, because we are just doing life. We're just going. We're doing things. But here's where you need to stop and pay attention. This is how it can show up in your body. You're waking up feeling tired even after a full night's sleep. That's been me. You need caffeine just to function. Thankfully, I don't do caffeine, even though I have been doing a little bit more of the green tea caffeine and some matcha, which is a different kind of caffeine. But been needing that. So if you need caffeine just to wake up in the morning, think about that. Things that used to excite you they feel like too much effort. This is me a couple weeks ago. I love getting on the water. I love being on my paddleboard. And we had planned to go on a Sunday morning, and I was like, I really don't even want to, which is not like me. Again, another sign that something is off, because that is not me. It's just not me. You just kind of go through the motions without any enthusiasm. You're just doing all the things, but you're not feeling happy. You're not feeling joy. You're not feeling like life is fun anymore. Sorry, my nose itches. You're craving salt or sugar more. I crave salt so much when I'm stressed out. Thankfully, it's not sugar. But I know a lot of my clients who crave sugar when they're stressed out. That's a sign that you're stressed out. Even if you're not feeling it, you're dealing with it by eating sugar and wanting more sugar. Maybe you're waking up between 1 and 3 regularly. These are all signs that your body is telling you that you have some chronic stress going on. So what do you need to do? You need to stop and pay attention, okay? What could you do differently? Well, if you're waking up tired, look at your nighttime routine. Make sure you're turning off your screens an hour before bed. Make sure you're keeping your room dark. Make sure you're limiting the caffeine in the afternoons. Maybe you're taking some magnesium to help you with sleep. Maybe you're taking some adaptogens to support your adrenals. You're taking B vitamins to help with energy. These are all natural things that can help support your stress response. If you're craving salt, maybe you need to add more electrolytes. If you're craving sugar, I talked about it. You need more protein. You need more vegetables, okay? Eat more food. Don't starve yourself. If you're waking up between 1 to 3, like I said, this is a blood sugar issue. So maybe have a small protein and fat snack before bed. So it could be some beef jerky. I do almonds. A lot of times I will do just like 6 to 8 almonds about 2 hours before I go to bed. Okay, so just pay attention and make some little adjustments and see what helps. What I've been doing is I'm finding, because I practice all the lifestyle things, right? But I needed just a little extra support. So I've been taking some rhodiola, which is an adaptogen, with an adrenal support, which has ashwagandha in it. So it's like, gives me energy, but also keeps my body in a calm state. Now, if you want to try these, talk to me first. Don't just try doing them. You should also test first. So that's one thing I've been doing. I also been using my sun lamp in the morning. So instead of me being able to go outside and get sun on my face for 10 minutes, 20 minutes in the morning, I just have it in my bathroom and it's on my face while I'm getting ready. That's supposed to help sleep at night, right? Help wake me up in the morning. What else have I been doing? Those are a couple things that I've been trying that have really been, I've noticed a difference for sure. And then just deep breathing and also telling myself, you know what? Everything's going to be all right. That's been my mantra for the past couple of years, is when I get stressed and overwhelmed and something is just out of my control, but it's causing havoc in my life, I'm just like, everything's going to be okay. Sometimes even that just kind of calms my body down. So all these things to say, you have to pay attention to your body. So what can you do? Just some simple things, right? Again, stopping being in the moment. And here are some things that you could start implementing today. So 3 times a day throughout the day, take 30 seconds to scan your body. How's your energy? Are you feeling tense? Are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling like this? How's your mood? How is your hunger? Are you hungry? Are you craving something? You're not trying to change anything. You're just kind of taking notice. And then pause before you eat. Pause before you exercise. Pause before you react to the stress and stress eat. Just check in. What is actually going on? What do you actually need right now? Do you need a big old donut? Probably not. Do you need to go into that high intensity HIIT workout? Maybe not. I've even cut back on my cardio, which was just doing a little bit of HIIT on the bike. Not even doing that right now. It's not worth it for me to push myself into that stress response even more. Pause. What do I need right now? Maybe it's just, I just need 5 minutes to close my eyes and breathe. Breathing can make you feel so much better. It can help you to focus and think better too. So, the hardest part, this is like trusting your body. Trusting your body and listening to it. We've been taught to ignore those signals, right? Just push through, do the hard things. And there's a difference between doing the hard things and honoring your body. Your body is incredible. And during this transition, it just needs different things. So you need to start trusting what it's telling you. And as you're going through this, change one thing at a time. It doesn't need to be overwhelmed like, oh my gosh, I'm off on all these things. Change one thing. That's all you need to do. One thing. Do it for a week. Maybe it's like, you know what I'm going to start walking, and I'm going to take a couple weeks off from my workouts and just walk because that's what I need right now. And that's okay. Maybe it's, you know what? I'm really going to cut out the sugar because I just find like it's making me want more sugar. It's not helping with my stress or my moods. I'm just going to cut it out for a while and see how you feel. Pay attention to how your body responds. The goal is to learn to work with your body instead of against it. I think I've said that 100 times. Your body is going through one of the most significant hormonal changes right now. So fighting it is like a fish trying to swim up current. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to make you more exhausted. We don't need that. But when you start listening and responding in a way that serves your body, it's going to make you feel so much better. And you're going to be able to reach your goals. And you're going to feel strong. You're going to have good energy. You're going to get to that weight that you want. But if you're doing it in a way that's forcing your body to do it, it's not going to be sustainable and you're going to end up feeling horrible. So, paying attention, listening, and it's about being more strategic, because when you listen and you pay attention, you do what your body needs, I promise you the results are going to be so much better. Like even myself, just the simple things that I've adjusted, I feel so much better. I have energy. I'm able to come here and do this podcast without being like, oh, I don't want to do it. I feel like my eyes are dragging, like my body is just sucking, but I don't. I have really good energy right now because I'm doing the things that my body told me it needed, okay? Being body aware is not optional anymore. It's truly essential. And your body is changing the rules, and the only way to succeed is to just pay attention and adapt. Start small, pick one thing to change. Notice how you feel. Maybe you're just going to focus on workouts. How are you feeling for the next couple of weeks? Or as you're eating, you're going to stop and pause. How am I feeling before this? How am I feeling afterwards? I've been gassy for like 3 days now. Going back looking, what did I eat that may be the culprit? Okay? Get curious. Think about it and then build on more every time. There's no perfect way for you to do this. Your body's signal are unique to just you. This is why I can never tell anybody, you all need to do this, because everybody's different. Right? Some people may not have a stressful life, and they might just be like, life is awesome, but they're experiencing digestive issues. That's not to follow along or compare yourself to your friends, your sisters. your colleagues, their life is different than yours. So you need to stop and just discover what your body needs right now. Not what are they doing? Oh, I'm going to try that. Your body may not respond the same, and then you're just going to get frustrated. Stop and listen to your body. Let it help you. Let it share what you need. Okay? Your body's wise. It's worth listening to. And if you need any extra support in this and want to have a chat, reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook. Just say, you know what? I'm struggling right now. I need some help. And will be there to help you. That's all I have for today. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in. If today's episode hit home, make sure to subscribe to the show and share it with a friend who needs it too. And if you're ready for more support, come hang out with us in the Fit Chicks and Hormones community. The link is in the show notes. And until next time, keep showing up for yourself. You deserve it.